My fault. My fault. Hi there, everyone. Sorry about that. Just some light reading, some War and Peace. Welcome to another podcast. I don't even know what episode this is. Episode 9. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Tuesday. By the way, I keep saying the names of the days for you so that you at least know what day it is when these things come out. Hope you're all doing well. If you, again, as always, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. But I have something for you today, and I have a thought for you to kind of chew on today, and we will get to the second side of this thought on Thursday. But I'm in John, and so John 8, starting at verse 12. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Jesus said that. And later you read that Jesus has told us to do all the things that he did. When he washed the disciples' feet, he's saying, go serve the people. And there's a thought there that says, you are the light of the world. Now, you have Jesus inside of you. You are the light of the world. And if you've read the Gospels at all, you know there's a lot of parables that have to do with light. No one puts a light and hides it under the basket. You are the city on the hill. People can see you. It brings up this thought. People see you. We are called to be seen by everyone. So here's your random fact of the day. Random fact of the day. If it was completely pitch black, like you're in a spot, can't see a thing for as far as you would have been able to see. So for miles and miles and miles, you can't see. If you light a match, in that darkness, you can see for miles and miles that singular light. That small little, a match is that big, little tiny light. You'd be able to see it for miles and miles and miles. And so there's people that we have in our lives that are in the dark, so to say. They're in the dark because they don't know Jesus. They don't know the true light. But we do. And we have a chance to go show them the true light, the light that no matter how dark their life is, they will be able to see it. And it's such a cool opportunity because we get the chance to show Christ, the author and perfecter of our faith. We get to show that person to people, and they can share in the same joy that we have in him. It is really just an amazing and humbling experience. But the cool thing is, it's not us that are doing these things. It's Christ in us. Because there's a lot of times I've been worried to talk to people about Christ. To be honest, I don't know what to say. It's such a hard thing sometimes to figure out what to say to people, especially closer people. I would say it's harder to reach people who are close to you than people who are further. You have a chance to share Christ with people. So let me find a verse for you. It's in Luke 21, and I'm looking at verses 10 through 14. Okay. And then Jesus said to them, nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes in the various places, famines and pestilence, and there will be terrors and great signs from heaven. But before all this, they will lay their hands on you, he's talking to the disciples, and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and the prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors for my name's sake. Note this. This will be your opportunity to bear witness. That's your opportunity to share Christ. You will have opportunities to share Christ with people. They're there. But verse 14. So I get really nervous about that. Verse 13, what will I say? I have one shot at this. I need to make it count. What will I do? And it's like we have that thought And then verse 14, settle it therefore in your minds, not to meditate beforehand how to answer. Don't think about it. Verse 15, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which none of your adversaries will be able to withstand or contradict. Let me read that again if you didn't get that. So verse 14, settle it therefore in your minds, not to meditate beforehand how to answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which none of your adversaries will be able to withstand or contradict. That's such a crazy, crazy verse. So we're called to be the light of the world. We're called to go out and just be a light, be like Jesus to people who are in darkness. And people aren't going to like it. And when we want to share Christ with them, it's saying here, when we are brought before people, don't worry about what you will say. Don't worry. Let the Spirit speak through you, which is hard for me. I'm such a preparer. I prepare for things and I think over ideas in my head. When I drive, I prepare for the zombie apocalypse in my head. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to the mountains. They have a harder time walking there. And I'm going to find a place in the mountains that's a little bit areable, that we can find a garden, and then I'm making walls around it, and then once they're out of the walls, I'm good to go. And there's lots of solar panels out there, so I'll grab some of those too. That's my zombie apocalypse plan. But when it comes to Jesus, you can have arguments, that's fine. You can have things. But in my experience, Christ has used the smallest things that I didn't think of just because I felt like I needed to say something for the biggest impact. And the things that I rehearse have done very little. I don't know what it is for you. Let us know at #Lakeland Youth Group. But what I'm calling for you all to do is to get in a spot where you can be a light to someone else. And in that way, be able to talk to them about Christ. If you don't have someone who is not a Christian in your life, then you need to find one. But this week, until I see you Thursday, go be a light to the people around you. Go show Christ to the people around you. And if they ask you for it, if they demand an audience, don't worry about what you'll say. Thanks, guys. We'll see you Thursday. My dearest diary, I am so ashamed to say this, but I got bored enough during this isolation that I downloaded the app TikTok. And let me tell you, how do I describe this? I am sad for the state of the human condition. I don't understand this app, nor do I want to. Nor do I know why people dance so badly to songs. But until again, I bid thee farewell.